Cover cropping and soil management, focusing on soil health practices. Today, we'll explore how utilizing cover crops can enhance soil health by reducing erosion, improving soil structure, and increasing organic matter. Key facts and important concepts. Different types of cover crops serve various purposes. Legumes enhance nitrogen levels, grasses improve soil structure, and brassicas break up compacted soil. Example: terminating cover crops. Effective management of cover crops includes timing their termination before planting cash crops to avoid resource competition. Example: crop rotation. Integrating cover cropping into a broader crop rotation strategy maximizes benefits and prevents pest and disease cycles. Practical examples: winter rye. Legume mix. In eastern Washington, where conditions can be harsh, employing cover cropping is a valuable strategy for sustainable farming. It enhances soil health, reduces erosion, and minimizes reliance on chemical inputs, making it essential for long-term agricultural productivity. Now, let's delve into crop rotation and soil management, specifically focusing on soil health practices. Key facts. Crop rotation enhances soil structure and fertility by alternating deep-rooted and shallow-rooted plants. Different crops contribute various organic matter to the soil, improving its overall quality. Important concepts. By rotating crops, farmers disrupt pest and disease life cycles, reducing the need for chemical pesticides. Diverse cropping systems increase resilience to environmental stresses like drought. Sustainable practices like crop rotation reduce input costs and promote higher profit margins for farmers. Practical examples: clover or vetch for nitrogen fixation during fallow periods. Incorporating crop rotation as a sustainable farming practice in eastern Washington enhances soil health, pest management, and economic viability for farmers. Understanding and applying the principles of crop rotation lead to more productive, resilient, and sustainable agricultural systems. Soil testing, where we'll explore soil management and soil health practices in more detail. Terracing and soil management. Today, we'll delve into the subcategory of erosion control, focusing on creating terraces to slow water runoff and reduce soil erosion on sloped land. Terracing has a rich history, dating back to ancient civilizations like the Inca in Peru and rice farmers in Asia. This sustainable farming practice is particularly vital in eastern Washington, where challenges such as water scarcity and soil erosion are prevalent. By implementing terracing, farmers can boost productivity while promoting environmental resilience. Next up, we explore buffer strips in soil management, specifically in the realm of erosion control. Buffer strips are vegetated areas strategically placed between agricultural fields and water bodies to intercept pollutants, reduce erosion, and enhance biodiversity. In eastern Washington, where environmental conservation and agricultural productivity must harmonize, buffer strips play a crucial role. Programs like the Conservation Reserve Program, CRP, incentivize farmers to maintain these vital ecological buffers. Lastly, we'll discuss drip irrigation in water management, a water-efficient technique that delivers water directly to plant roots, minimizing waste. Then, we'll touch on rainwater harvesting, a practice of collecting and storing rainwater to reduce reliance on groundwater. In a region like eastern Washington, where rain is scarce and sandy soils struggle with water retention, rainwater harvesting emerges as a valuable resource for sustaining agriculture. These practices not only benefit the environment but also enhance the sustainability and resilience of agricultural systems. By incorporating these techniques, farmers in eastern Washington can foster long-term productivity and ecological balance. Drought-resistant crops and soil moisture monitoring in eastern Washington. Farmers in this region are finding innovative ways to sustainably manage water resources, improve crop resilience, and optimize agricultural outputs. In the face of increasing instances of drought, it is crucial for farmers to adopt practices that enhance the long-term environmental sustainability and economic viability of their operations. This includes selecting and cultivating crops that require less water and are more resilient to drought conditions. Key facts. 1. Water availability is essential for these crops, making it necessary for farmers to adopt more resilient practices in response to drought. 2. Conserving water through drought-resistant crops helps protect local ecosystems and reduces the burden on water resources. 3. Farmers must adapt by selecting crops better suited to drier conditions that can thrive without consistent rainfall. Important concepts. 1. Healthy soil that retains moisture and supports root growth is essential for drought-resistant CR. Ops. 2. Implementing crop rotation maintains soil fertility and prevents disease, crucial for sustaining drought-resistant crops. 3. Growing a variety of drought-resistant crops such as quinoa, millet, and drought-tolerant varieties of corn and beans provides resilience against pests, diseases, and climate variability. Practical examples. Washington State University has developed drought-resistant wheat varieties that maintain yield under water-limited conditions. Farmers can use advanced soil moisture sensors to determine optimal irrigation schedules for drought-resistant crops, minimizing water waste. Cover crops like legumes improve soil structure and enhance moisture retention, benefiting drought-resistant crops planted afterward. Conclusion. The adoption of drought-resistant crops in eastern Washington is critical for sustainable agriculture, enabling farmers to cope with water scarcity and maintain productivity. Integrating these practices with effective soil management, crop diversity, and technology will help ensure food security in a changing climate. Soil moisture monitoring is a crucial practice for sustainable agriculture in regions like eastern Washington, where climate conditions can lead to droughts and water scarcity. Understanding soil moisture levels helps farmers make informed decisions about irrigation, crop selection, and soil management, ultimately leading to more efficient water use and improved crop yields. By adopting traditional and innovative monitoring techniques, farmers can optimize water use, improve crop health, and sustainably manage their resources in the face of changing climatic conditions. Continuous engagement with research and adaptation of new technologies will be key to success. Biological controls in pest management, specifically focusing on integrated pest management, IPM, and the use of natural predators instead of chemical pesticides. Key facts. Incorporating diverse plant and animal species can enhance the effectiveness of biological controls. Utilizing natural predators native to the region can improve pest control without disrupting the local ecosystem. Understanding pest and natural enemy life cycles allows for more precise timing of biological control interventions. Important concepts. Natural enemies, for example, companion planting like marigolds can repel nematodes and attract beneficial insects when planted alongside crops like tomatoes. Crop rotation. Practical examples include releasing ladybugs to control aphid populations and reduce pesticide usage, growing cover crops like clover during off-seasons to enhance soil structure and provide habitat for natural predators, and planting flowers and herbs in orchards to attract pollinators and natural enemies of pests for more balanced pest management. In conclusion, integrating biological controls into farming practices in eastern Washington can significantly enhance crop sustainability, reduce reliance on chemical pesticides, and promote a healthier ecosystem while supporting local biodiversity. Pest-resistant varieties within integrated pest management, which involves developing or selecting crop varieties naturally resistant to local pests. Field hygiene in pest management focuses on cultural practices to keep fields clean and clear of debris to reduce pest habitats. Key facts. Healthy soil supports a diverse ecosystem that can naturally suppress diseases and pests. Proper weed management is essential as weeds can host pests and diseases. Crop rotation breaks pest and disease cycles, improving overall field hygiene. Important concepts. Sanitation, biosecurity, and disease monitoring are crucial. Practical examples include growing cover crops during off-seasons, implementing cover crops, applying organic mulch for weed suppression and soil moisture retention, and using IPM strategies like introducing beneficial insects and biopesticides to reduce reliance on chemical pesticides. In conclusion, field hygiene is fundamental to sustainable farming practices in eastern Washington, enhancing crop resilience, reducing chemical dependency, and maintaining ecological balance for more sustainable agricultural systems. Planting schedules in pest management, emphasizing cultural practices to time plantings effectively and avoid peak pest populations for maximum crop survival. Introduction. Welcome to our podcast focusing on native plant varieties in eastern Washington. Let's delve into the key facts about the region's unique climate and the benefits of incorporating native plants into agricultural practices. Key facts. Eastern Washington experiences a semi-arid climate with distinct seasons, featuring hot summers and cold winters. The average annual precipitation ranges from 6 to 25 inches, influencing the region's growing season from late April to late September. This climate allows for optimal crop growth, with common soil types including loamy, sandy, and clay soils, each requiring IFIC planting strategies. Important concepts. native plant varieties play a crucial role in sustainable farming practices by supporting local biodiversity, providing habitat and food for wildlife, including essential pollinators. These plants are well adapted to the local climate and soil conditions, making them resilient to pests, diseases, and extreme weather events. Their deep root systems improve soil structure and water retention, reducing the need for irrigation and enhancing drought resistance. Practical examples. Integrating native plants into farming techniques can improve soil health, reduce pest pressure, and increase yields. Examples include Camassia quamash and Elamis cinereus, Great Basin wildrye. Conclusion. Incorporating native plant varieties into agricultural practices in eastern Washington promotes sustainable farming, enhances ecosystem health, and leads to more resilient crops. Farmers are encouraged to consider native species in their crop planning and management strategies. Transition. Next, we will explore the benefits of perennial crops and how they can contribute to sustainable farming practices in the region. Incorporating perennial crops within a broader agroecological framework enhances sustainability by aligning with natural processes. While typically associated with annual crops, integrating perennial crops can bolster crop rotation practices by ensuring continuous ground cover, breaking pest cycles, suppressing weeds, reducing soil compaction, and enhancing nutrient cycling. For instance, in eastern Washington, farmers utilize cover crops like clover and vetch during off-seasons to boost soil nitrogen levels and prevent erosion. Some also practice intercropping, growing complementary crops such as corn and beans together to optimize space and resources while deterring pest outbreaks. Additionally, composting strategies are employed to recycle organic waste back into the soil, improving its health without relying on synthetic fertilizers. The integration of perennial crops not only offers sustainable farming advantages but also promotes environmental health, economic viability, and agricultural resilience in the region. By focusing on soil health, water efficiency, and biodiversity, perennial crops pave the way for more sustainable agricultural practices. Moving forward, organic certification plays a pivotal role in accessing the lucrative organic market and fostering sustainable agriculture practices in eastern Washington. It enables farms to achieve long-term success while contributing to environmental stewardship and community well-being. Transitioning to natural fertilizers, also known as organic fertilizers, derived from natural sources like compost, manure, bone meal, and green manures, can significantly enhance soil health, crop productivity, and environmental sustainability. These fertilizers provide essential macro and micronutrients crucial for plant growth, supporting sustainable agriculture principles such as soil fertility maintenance, reduced chemical dependency, and increased biodiversity. For example, growing legumes as cover crops can enrich the soil with nitrogen, a vital nutrient for many crops. Embracing natural fertilizers in crop production practices in eastern Washington presents an effective approach to sustainable agriculture, benefiting both the environment and crop yields. Practical examples. Natural fertilizers play a crucial role in sustainable farming practices in eastern Washington. By incorporating these organic fertilizers, farmers can enhance soil health, minimize environmental impact, and foster a more resilient agricultural system. Embracing these methods not only benefits local ecosystems but also ensures the long-term viability of crop production in the region.